Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet next to me. I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
What's up, everybody? Hey, buddy.
What up, what up?
Hello, everyone.
We got a show for you guys. Hope you enjoy it.
Earlier than expected. Yeah.
All right.
What's up, Carl? West Side. How you guys doing?
Yes, can I speak to the FOIA Corps officer, please?
Help you with something?
No, thank you, ma'am. I'm all set. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
There you have it, folks. Out
What
to lunch.
happened? Out to lunch. What's up, hippie?
Out to lunch at 12:55?
My goodness. That's weird. How's everybody doing today? Good to see y'all. Out to lunch, bro. That's the way it goes. What's up, Melissa? Good to see you. Go through and highlight these comments because we're on both channels, guys. That way you guys will see all the comments pop up here. We got John making a few phone calls. If you want to get that other one, a try, John. I don't. What's up, Gregory? I don't think you'll get an answer, but it's always worth a shot. They got good lunch breaks here, yeah. And they start late for work and they leave early. It's kind of wild. And they're paid hourly, only like $16 an hour, so it's just the way it is. Come in late, leave early, and take a long lunch. It's stressful, guys, working for the government. It's super stressful.
Hey, I'm on vacation. If you don't like a life, then you should go and change it. Hey, I'm on vacation. It was no cause I love my occupation. Hey, I'm on vacation. It was no every single day.
Every single day. So I think John lost his audio, guys.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's back.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Weird, huh?
Yeah. So, our pal Carl I don't know if you want to maybe reach out and touch someone with him. Find out
Yeah, you
about
can,
those signs.
you can try see if he ever took those signs down.
Where was this again? I keep forgetting.
Walsenburg, Colorado, that one there.
Oh, Walsenburg, that's right.
Same town hall that doesn't want to give us the budget or the gas bill for Aguilar. Yeah, they're a big old fucking mess. Now he's the county though, not the town, and he is interim director of the DHS, and they've got that sign up that says, you know, you can't record there for their staff privacy. And I've talked to him. I asked him what it's doing there, and he didn't have a good answer. It was a pass the buck type thing.
He never has a good answer. Oh, wait,
Right.
I haven't even gotten an answer from him. That's right.
You should call him. John's audio keeps going funny on us. What's up, Vern? He keeps losing audio. He had a hard time even getting signed in, guys. I think Google's trolling him. Something like that. You know, I bet we'd be glad to hear John too. How's your day going, Four Corner? There goes you people. Phew, gone. Like Superman. You people's back, but we still can't hear John. What is going on here, you people?
I don't know. I can't tell you, but I can tell you that now I'm on the computer, not my phone. So.
Oh, so you went down on purposely.
Yeah, I went down purposely.
I think John's trolling us. I think he's trolling us.
No, I think the government agencies
No
are
audio,
tired of
bro.
this shit around here.
No audio.
Vern, West Side, Four Corner, Wandering Hippie. What's up, everybody?
Yeah. Yeah, then they had that bad Android problem for a while too. Every time you did use an Android, it'd get feedback. They had some issues going on. I don't know. I don't know if that's what's hitting John or what, but
I don't know either.
we tried to call your administrator, Vern, but she's on lunch.
She is on lunch. Vern, why don't you pop up and give Tyra a call, because they're tired of hearing from John.
Yeah, they're tired of hearing from John. I don't think they like his accent. He needs to go back wherever the hell he came from.
Oh man, he don't live around here.
Yeah, you need to give me your name and address and phone number and social security. Nah, they love you, Vern. I don't even know what
You
you're talking
can't
about.
make a public record request unless you live in town.
All right, yeah, that's good, John. Try it out. Last time you dropped down, come up, it worked. Yeah, the link's in there. But nice lunch. She's on lunch. I was just saying, you know, they show up late and they leave early and they take a long lunch. It's stressful. They refuse to use that fingerprint scanner though to clock in and out. So
Why would you use a fingerprint scanner?
right.
Oh, that's probably better. Yeah, that's better. and they're all
Why?
mic
When you
on.
can write your own hours in, why would you use a fingerprint scanner?
Right?
You know?
We were here until 5. It's all good.
Right. Oh, good.
Especially when you're the one doing the payroll. I mean, it's really easy.
Hello.
Super easy.
John.
Yeah, there you go.
Jesus, I don't know what's
That
going
guy's
on.
back.
Yeah. Man, Carl, he's not in the office today, apparently.
Nah.
No, I left a message, though. I don't know if I can...
All right. Yeah, he's a hard one to get a hold of.
What's today? Thursday?
Yeah, they can't quite put their finger on it, can they?
Well, they put something on it. I don't know if it's a finger.
What's up, Gray Dude? Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that you people guy.
What's up, Gray Dude?
Damn. Yep. Another
Yep.
day in the hood.
It is.
Well, now what, John?
Well, I mean, I do really want to reach out to Mr. Buckner because, according to what we've been told, Buckner is the guy who is telling them that they're allowed to charge $25 for the first hour, which we've already went through the Senate Bill 286, and according to the Senate bill, they're not allowed to charge for the first hour. So I'm just curious as to what makes him think that he can do that. Not only that, but I want to discuss the fact that my First Amendment rights are being violated by Tyra because she blocked me from being able to make any record requests.
Those are cockamamie. Those are
I know.
cockamamie.
Yeah,
No,
you know-
those are cockamamie.
And what's even funnier
You're
is
twisting it.
yeah, I guess I am. But what's even funnier is the fact that they're trying to violate people's Fourth Amendment right by requiring that one. Well, actually, there's a couple of things. One, they're trying to make you fill out a form in order to do a Cora request, which is not required by Cora. All you have to do is send an email and just an email address for them to contact you. Apparently, the lawyer doesn't seem to understand that part of the law, so maybe we can help him, you know. But let's give him a call and see what he has to say,
Right?
because I've got some questions for him. I
Well,
doubt.
maybe you'll have better luck because he doesn't conversate with us.
Well, I don't think he'll conversate with me either. I don't think he likes.
Act like a bot when you call, John.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm an AI, right?
You're not real.
He only deals with the bot.
You've reached Clayton M. Buckner, attorney at law. Unfortunately, I'm limited in the type of legal services I can provide at this time. If you'd please leave your name, number, and type of services you are seeking, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Buckner. I called the other day and I tried to get you to reach out to me about an issue that I'm having making Cora requests in the town of Aguilar with the town clerk. According to the town clerk, you've been telling them that they are not to fulfill my requests. At this point, I have been blocked from making requests, which is a violation of the law. You should know that. Also, they're requiring name, address, and phone number, which is also a violation of the Cora law. I would love to have a conversation with you about this. So if you could call me back at...
I may not be good at sit-ups or push-ups, but fuck-ups. No, I'm good.
Again, I really would like to speak with you about this because, the fact that I'm being blocked from making Cora requests is clear-cut violation of the law. I'd really like to have a conversation with you about this. So if you could please call me back, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
No, his statement was legal arguments are for the courtroom.
Well, I don't have to make a legal argument. All I have to do is get him to call me back, record that conversation with him telling me that legal arguments about the First Amendment and core laws and the Fourth Amendment violations that he's trying to do. Not to mention, like I said, they're trying to charge $25 for the first hour when you do a core request, which under Senate Bill 286 they're not allowed to do. They know they're not allowed to do it, but they're going to try and do it anyway. And not only that, folks, but when you do make a core request, if it does take them over an hour to do that request, they have to give you an estimate as to what it's going to cost you so that you have the ability beforehand. So you have the ability to say, okay, I want to whittle my request down. You could break it up into different parts and do different core requests at different times so that you don't have to pay for those hours of work that they want to claim that they have to do. So this is what we've come to, apparently they
know what the real problem is though, John?
I'm listening.
The real problem.
Now, the main problem area is up here. All of this going on up here is what's causing me the most physical discomfort. It's like a visceral reaction of discontent coming from this area. This area is not good either. I hate this, but I'm mainly worried about this.
You are 100% correct, sir.
Mainly. That's what the problem is. It's a visceral reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure we're getting any reaction anymore. I mean, you got a clerk that seems to be out to lunch continuously. I don't know how you can eat that much, but hey, what do I know? Maybe she's got that bikini bod going.
She might. She might. I mean, she might have bought Stephanie's pool.
Yeah, it's quite possible.
That way she had something to go in the background with the bikini modeling. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
She's a hell of a bikini
now
model.
This is a bikini body.
Damn.
Yeah. Out to lunch, baby.
Yeah, I don't
know. I got a
big old glass of water with it.
Appetizing. That looks good.
Hey, that's some good stuff right there.
Yeah. Definitely look like a chocolate mousse pie. Oh my.
Sorry for yourself? Well, you shouldn't be, because you are dirt. You make me sick. Loser. You're a loser. Are you feeling yourself? Well, you shouldn't be, because you are dirt. You make me sick.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't. But I've considered it.
Wow.
Wow.
What's up, Vern?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Vern for mayor. Holy hell.
Vern, did you see the goat outside?
It's just a goat.
Oh, that's funny.
So what's going on, Vern? What you got? You got anything new? Anything exciting? Anything thrilling? What's going on?
Well, yeah, I came up here because I wanted to ask John about filing a federal lawsuit on him on Cora. Is that possible?
You're
Or is
muted,
this just
John.
a state?
No, he's muted.
Okay.
Sorry, Vern. And as I listen, I'm not an attorney, and I don't give legal advice. Okay, I want to make that perfectly clear. Okay, because I'm not, again, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a practicing anything. I'm just a guy. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're going to do what you do. But it would depend, I would assume. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what you got going on? Have you?
Yeah, my thing is as I went through Clayton Buckner trying to get Cora requests filled, I turned in 6 of them. They charged me $170 up front, and then they only gave me like one thing that I've asked for. She done me like she done Good Citizen Media and you people, just copied a bunch of shit out of a book and sent it to me in paper form whenever I asked for digital, and I didn't get it. I got one thing that I asked for.
Well, when you make requests, you have to be specific in your wording, and you have to be specific on how you make your request. That's the first.
It was very specific, and it was done, and it said digital, and I went by the rules of the state Cora.
Okay.
So there's no way that what I asked for and what she gives me matches what's on the request.
Well, I guess my question then would go to is, with the amount of requests that you made, would it have put you over the 1 hour mark?
Absolutely it would have, except for I turned in one request per day, and she combined them all.
Well, if you turned in one per day, I would think that they would have to separate them because.
Okay. I would too, but to get along with them and get the information, because I was speaking at the last council meeting and I needed information for that. And first, she missed the deadline. Second, I didn't get what I paid for, but my agreement with them was I would put the $170 up front.
Vern, I don't know if you got the news or not, dude, but I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. They're sorry. So we just have to move forward.
I seen that newsletter.
That's it. I don't know if you didn't get the news, but
no, I got that newsletter.
Like a few other things Aguilar's been on, but they're sorry. That's it. All they can do is just fuck up forward from here.
Well, here's my intention.
Accountable for what we've done or did or are doing. We just need to move forward. Let's just
and then moving forward,
right on down the hill, fucking crash at the bottom, right?
And moving forward, what I'm working on is I'm wanting to combine everything that they've done. The false charges they filed against me to take me to court that cost me $2,500. The $228 they charged me for a recount on an election that they refused to let me have a watcher at. And then the $170 on this Cora request. I mean, they fucked me left and right. But now it's over $3,000 in the last year, and I'm getting tired of paying.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Vern, other than you got to keep track of everything. It's unfortunately. But
I got better records than Tyra has.
I know that we had a conversation with Tyra on, I believe it was November 21st, and I think today is the 28th, 29th,
30th.
Oh, today's the 30th. Oh, even better. Because on the 21st, I was told I would have my records request, my Cora request fulfilled that day. And today is the 30th, and I still don't have my Cora request fulfilled, which means that not only was she out by the 7 days originally, because she was given the request on the 30th, but now we are well past that date. So again, this also calls into question the attorney and the attorney's ability to be giving legal advice to the town, because if he's telling the town of Aguilar and the clerk, meaning Tyra and or Stephanie and or Sarah, which as far as I know, and I'm not positive because I haven't checked it yet, but I don't think Stephanie or Sarah Cora certified or FOIA certified. And I'm really beginning to question whether or not Tyra is, because every time you talk to her, it's, I don't have enough help here. Well, that's not my problem. At the end of the day, if you don't have enough help and you don't have another FOIA officer there to help you, which to me, I would think that the town would be required to have. I mean, because if Tyra goes on vacation, who's going to take in the Cora requests? Somebody else has to be able to take them in, right? So there has to be at least 2 FOIA officers or Cora officers there. Because if Tyra goes on vacation, who's going to take in the Cora requests? Somebody else. Vern, you got to turn that down.
Yeah, and I'm trying. It's
So
hang on just a second.
At least 2 FOIA officers or Cora officers there. All right, you good? So yeah, so to me, it would only make sense that you would have to have at least you would have to have at least two people there that were certified. And I asked, that was one of the requests that I had made, was to find out whether or not any of them was certified as Cora and or FOIA officers. And again, these are the requests that we're being denied. These are the questions that need to be answered, because at the end of the day, if they don't know how to do the job, then and they're not certified, then it seems to me that they should be sitting where they're at. Yeah, exactly.
All that matters. And she's a good singer.
I mean, I could try reaching back out to her, but I don't think she'll bother talking to me. I mean, but it's always a possibility we can try.
Talk to Vern from there.
Yeah, maybe she'll talk to Vern.
Vern's got 2 phones.
I mean,
yeah, he's got 2 phones.
Yeah, I mean, that's
they love Vern.
But yeah, I mean, sure seems like my 7 days has come and gone since even the 21st. You know.
Yeah. Well, I would agree with that. I was muted, so I'm sorry. I said I would call, but you know what's going to happen. She's in a meeting.
Candles.
Yeah, we know how that works, don't we?
Well, I mean, it's the same thing every time, John, regardless whether we call now or we show up in person. In fact, when we showed up, she was in a meeting. She was in a call when we showed up for all that information before.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how that works?
Yep. Yep.
Sure did chase us out the door, though. Did the hokey pokey.
Turn
in her
yourself
pajamas
around,
and shit.
Slam the door, because that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Gotta love it.
Devo, what's up, my man? Dopey, good to see you. Smoke.
So now what?
That's for Devo right there. That hits for Devo.
Burn shit's all jacked up.
You know, I think John, I think it really. What's up?
What's up? Hey, what you guys have been talking about most of the time, well, the town attorney's talking to me for some reason, but nothing that you guys have said is anything, he's telling me completely different than everything that you're talking about. And I'm ready to just go ahead and send you the emails I've had back and forth with him. And John, I do save everything. There's not one communication for the last 3 years that I don't have a copy of.
Well, that's a good thing. I'm not knocking it. I just think listen, at this point, He don't want any part of me. He doesn't want to talk to me. He doesn't want to talk to you people. Doesn't want to talk to Good Citizen. Clearly, his advice to the town of Aguilar can't be all that good. I mean, because at the end of the day, the fact that none of this stuff is being done and none of it's supposed to be getting done, and according to what we're being told from the town of Aguilar employees, under his instructions, they're not to fulfill our request. They're making you fill out forms that they're not required to be filled out, and these are at his direction.
Yeah, but look at who's telling you
when
this.
you paid that. When
What
you
do you
paid that
mean?
170, Vern, did you
Hold
use
on.
their form?
Hold on. Yeah, did you use their form, Vern?
I did, yes.
Uh-huh. You don't have to use that form.
Yeah, and I understand that, and I've done Cora requests in the past that I've got records of, because at one time you could attach this Cora request to the email on the town
Hey, Vern,
page.
Let me ask you this, Vern. If you called that attorney right now, and you called him, would he answer the phone for you?
Probably not. I communicate with him through email.
Yeah.
He does answer me usually the same day.
I'm just curious, if you called that number, right? If you called him right now, I'm curious to see if he answers the phone for you, just for the sake of argument. I would like to see if he answers the phone for you, because clearly he don't want any part of me, and he doesn't want any part of the you people or Good Citizen. So, I mean, how are you supposed to be able to have a communication with the town attorney, right, when he doesn't want to communicate with you?
You know, and I'm not so sure that I know that he doesn't want to speak to everyone. He's made that real clear, even with me. He'd rather me go through the email, which to me is a good thing. But if you listen to Tyra or them telling you, well, the attorney told me this, they got a long history of lying.
Well, here's the problem, Vern. Okay, here's the problem with the attorneys only dealing with you. Okay. He is the town attorney. He works for everyone, even me. I'm halfway across the world. He still works for me. You know why? Because my tax dollars fucking pay him. That's the problem. It shouldn't be that Vern gets fucking access to the town attorney, but nobody else does. That's fucking selective fucking enforcement of the rules. That's not the way this fucking shit works. And that's the problem. And that's why I say, I'm curious if you called him, whether or not he would answer the phone. Because if that's the case, and that's the way things are going to go, that's just one more friggin' thing that is going to send me off the deep end with this guy. Because that proves to me that he's willing to turn around and segregate the rest of the community from everybody but you. And if you don't see a problem with that, then we got a bigger issue here.
See, but I'm not saying I don't see a problem with that. I'm saying what's going on. You know, I didn't make the rules for this, and I'm not really defending the guy. I'm just telling you that he will answer my emails. And at the last town council meeting, he said it would be easier to go through me. And it's mostly for the trying to talk to the council at the meetings. We finally got through to him that we could have 3 people speak for unlimited time and ask them questions at each meeting, no more than 3 subjects at a time. That's my contact with him, is arranging these conversations.
You don't see a problem with that, Vern?
I do, yes. You know,
okay.
But
so if you see a problem with it, why aren't you calling the problem out? Because you know what? At the end of the goddamn day, the town attorney isn't there to run the fucking meeting. That's a fucking problem in itself. And the fact that nobody else is speaking up about it other than me and Good Citizen and you people is a bigger problem. The fact
that he tell me I'm not recognized. He don't recognize point of order. Fucking idiot.
At the end of the goddamn day, the fact that this guy thinks he's running the goddamn meetings, he's there to give legal advice. If he's not giving legal advice, he should shut the fuck up and mind his goddamn business and sit there and listen to the meeting and be able to hear what the people are saying. It shouldn't be. You get 3 minutes and you get 3 questions. That's not the fucking way it goes. He doesn't make the fucking rules. Even under Bob's rules, fucking Vern, that he keeps changing. Because I saw the ordinance and the ordinance said Robert's Rules of Order. He changed it. He changed the fucking game in the middle of it. So now we're talking another fucking problem, right? But even under Bob's order, right? He has nothing to say to the public. He is to sit there, shut his fucking mouth, and only give legal advice. If there's a legal question and they ask him that question, he is to answer that question. Other than that, he's to shut the fuck up. Why is nobody calling him out on this?
You know, I'm getting the whole thing recorded on the website of every conversation that's going on between me and the board of trustees. He is answering yes, but what should I do? Mess the thing up so that they don't speak to me? You know, as I'm trying to get them to say things just to hang themselves. So do I just throw that away?
You don't think they've already done that? Seriously? You don't think they've already done it? 5 years of audits that haven't been done. Hey, Vern, let me ask you something. Has anybody found out the name of the auditor that was hired in March? Have they found out the name of the company that was hired to do the audit? Really?
Yes.
And has the audit even been done? And who's doing it?
Oh yeah. Who's doing it? This guy out of, hang on, let me pull up the computer. And I'm getting information I'm willing to share with everyone on this thing. You know, none of it is anything that I'm trying to hide.
It's not a matter of hiding it, Vern. It's a matter of these are things that we've all requested months ago, and we're not getting it. So why is it that you're getting it? That's selective. That's selective enforcement.
I got this one thing through the attorney. The town never answered it, and he told me in an open meeting that he would make sure that I got this. Hang on, it's coming up.
I don't know.
My computer's slow. I'll give you the name.
Just the fact that the guy is only messing around with Vern is just enough for me, John. Like, obviously, he's having communication with the lawyer. I'm not having communication with the lawyer. The lawyer cut off communication with me. I can't ask him any questions or figure out what's going on. I'm pretty fucking bent at this lawyer at this point in time.
Okay, but do you think that I should quit talking to the attorney because he won't talk to anyone else? I mean, I'm getting information from him.
No, I'm not saying don't talk to him. What I'm saying is the guy's character is fucked up. Like he's not conversating with me. He's not conversating with John. He's not conversating with fucking.
He's a butt smear.
He's a butt
That's
smear.
His name. He's a butt smear.
Not only
I don't recognize him.
Not only that, Vern, but there are other members of the community that have tried to get the same information that we're all trying to get, right? And he's not communicating with them. So if you're the only pathway, there's an issue here.
But see, I'm not, because if you would have listened to the earlier part of it, they've charged me for Cora requests that they refuse to fill for me. The only information I've got is this one thing that Buckner had sent me. Well, excuse me, he sent me two things. He sent me the election results. He gave those to me, and then this on the who the auditor is. That's the only information I've really got from him. And I'd be happy to send you guys these emails that I've been having with him recently. And most of it is just really.
Hold on a second. You're on a public show here. This is a public show. So do you really want to screw up your chances and talking with the lawyer and keeping him going with bringing in bullshit? Because as soon as you say, I'm going to give this shit to you, and I go, fuck yeah, give me that shit, because you know I love me some shit. You
Okay,
know
and
it,
one of my
Vern.
first
I love
one
me
of my
some
first
Vern.
emails. Wait, one of my first emails was with this guy was over this disclosure he has at the bottom of it that I can't share it. And I told him in that email, the conversation you have with me is not confidential because you are not my attorney. So,
Well,
mhm.
wait a minute, Vern. Technically, he may not be hired as your attorney. He is the town attorney. He's supposed to represent the town. That's the problem here. Don't you get
And he
it?
does. He represents the bot. That's
No,
who he
The
is.
bot.
yeah. He represents the town body, not the whole
Right.
town. Just the town
Yeah.
body. You know,
Yeah.
The
if you have the
board
title
of
of mayor,
trustees, the bot. That's all he represents. The board of trustees. He's told us
exactly.
that.
And
That's
he's
public
not
information from
representing
his
me.
mouth.
I
Oh,
get that.
have that email.
But oh my lord. Oh my. You know I'm shaking my head right now.
I'm shaking mine for you, John.
Thank you.
I'm hitting the joint for you. I hope you feel a little bit more mellow.
Not even close.
Damn.
Not even close.
Here it
Sorry.
Google shit.
That is not from the world of the living.
So you need one of those, John.
I need about 20 of those at this point. Holy hell. So Vern, you said you got the name of the auditor?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking it up now. I'm trying to search for it.
Yeah.
Don't kick the dog.
And I'm just curious, you got the name of the auditor, right? So
Yes.
is he going all the way back to 2018 up to present to try and fix the books? Or is he just fixing the books from 2021 to 2023?
Or
You
is
know what?
this-
And the only information that I've got on him was, and I'm very willing to show this to you. All I've got is his name and his company's name, and that a message saying he will not answer to anything because all of this is under investigation, and by law he can't answer any questions.
Wait a minute. Wait, back up a second. All of this is the investigation.
They consider it an investigation whenever he's in the middle of when he's in the middle of an audit. They consider that an investigation.
I'm sorry, Vern, but an investigation means that there's some kind of criminality behind what they're doing.
I understand English.
I know you do. I'm just saying, but for other people, some other people may not understand where we're coming from with this stuff too. So
right.
I just want to.
And I've been in this fight against them for 3 years now. So I'm taking every opportunity that I can to get as much information as I can that I've got recorded, which all through this whole thing, Good Citizen Media, you people, I've offered every bit of information I've ever got to them also.
Right.
So if something's screwed up here, or you guys don't think that it's right that I speak to him, I'm building information.
Well,
and I've done it for 3 years.
Listen, nobody's knocking you for what you're doing, Vern. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying at the end of the day, the fact that you're the only one that's getting the information and you're the only one that's being allowed the information, that's the problem. I mean, if I'm making a core request, right? And my original core request was just basic. I mean, I don't think I think literally my grandson could have fulfilled the request. That's how easy it was. Okay. And I'm still waiting for it. I still haven't got it. Now there are other requests that I had made that were a little bit more in depth. But still, I mean, as a core officer, she should have been able to bang this stuff up. You know what I mean? So the fact that now all of a sudden we're being hindered in our requests, right? And the only person that's not being hindered in this is you. I mean, nothing for nothing, but it kind of leads to the credence of what we're saying, which is if you're the only one that can get the information, that's literally he's selectively deciding who gets the information. It's
And
public.
but wait, add this to that because he is selective of what information I get. Out of 6 different requests, I've got 2 things from these people. A copy of something I already had on the election results and the name of the auditor. That is all I've got from them.
I understand, but you got out of that 6 the 6 things that you got, you may not have gotten what you wanted, but you still got the 6 items that essentially you requested.
No, I did not. I gave them $170.
You gave them $170 for a bunch of paper, is what you did.
Yes. Yes.
So essentially, what you did is you pissed your money out the window.
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember you and I having a conversation about what you should have done?
And what was that? I know we had a couple of conversations.
I
and
had
then some
told
emails.
I had told you to wait because you knew she wasn't going to turn around and she wasn't going to fulfill the request in time. And I told you to wait. And I told you not to say anything. Just sit back and let them do their thing. And
Yes,
then
and I wanted proof that they were stealing the money, basically. And
what you
on this,
get?
I'm not going to go into all the details. I will
I-
email or talk to you about
I got
what
it.
actually
That's fine.
happened on this. But yes, I knew that I wasn't going to get the information, and I knew I wasn't going to get it in time. I gave them 2 weeks to give me the information, and even that first filing of it, I knew I wasn't going to get it in time. And yes,
me
I
ask
did
you
still
something.
give them the.
Let me ask you this, Vern, okay? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, right? Let me ask you this. When you turned in the original request, right? Did she answer you within the 3 days?
No, it took her 8 days to answer me, and on the 8th day, she told me it's going to take her another week to get me the information, and I had to go through the attorney to get that answer.
And here's the problem. And here's the problem with that, Vern. On the 8th day, she's already violated the Cora law.
Yes.
See, that's that and I understand that you wanted the information, you needed it, but what you got was essentially you got one name and what was the other thing you got? You got the name of the auditor and you got one other thing, the voting
The election results.
Right.
Except for there's one thing here. I didn't ask for anything that I didn't already have.
It just but again,
Hey, part of this was, and I had to supply a zip drive for it. I wanted her minutes on 5 of the meetings, and what she did put on the zip drive copies of their little video that they do. Only she deleted big parts of them.
What do you mean she deleted them?
She erased parts of one meeting that was 32 minutes. I got 9 minutes of it.
You got 9 minutes, so she redacted 23 minutes of a 32-minute meeting?
Yes.
Was there an executive session?
No.
So
not on the one that she redacted was the one that I was trying to get because the discussion was going to be on election fraud. This is where she let Mary Grissom and Adam, what the fuck is his name? That they got in there and trashed me for almost the whole 20 something minutes of it. And all I got was the 9 minutes after that happened. And that was on purpose, and I know it was. And I wasn't bitching about it because this is just evidence in court.
I guess my question would be this is, if they post this stuff on a Facebook page or whatever, I would think that even if you go into the town of
Yes.
Aguilar, the website, you should be able to go back to that meeting, and the meeting should be
Yes.
on the website in full.
Yes. And the
So,
full meeting is on the website, but what she sent me was only 9 minutes of it.
and
And I've
my
got copies of both of them.
okay, so
She's
my
not
question.
smart. There's no
So here,
intelligence with this woman at all.
yeah, but here's my question. My question is on the website you have the full 32-minute meeting, correct? The trash talking.
Yes.
So why wouldn't you just turn around and download that from the website?
I have, like I told you a few minutes ago, I've got to, I didn't ask for anything I don't already have copies of. I wanted to see basically what she was going to send me, and I've got that proof. You know, not only do I have that, I have the written statements that was read by Mary Grissom and Adam that they read at this meeting that she deleted, and they're signed.
That's insane.
You know, so this worked out well for me.
Yeah. Well, if you get the name of that auditor, we'll take that along with his. If you have the company name and phone number, we'll take it all.
Yeah, and hang on, because I'm going to give it to you here on this show. I just need to find it, and I'm going through my sent emails because I sent copies of this out. So, Linda, when did I get that email about the auditor? Hey, this whole time over the last 2 years, the Good Citizen and you people been here, I have absolutely worked with them.
Listen, I'm not saying anything. I'm not talking about against you, Vern. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, the people in that office, the lawyer, if they're avoiding everybody else but you, there's a problem there, and that's not a knock on you. It's a knock on them. It's
right.
It's them selectively enforcing who and how they're going to talk to anybody. How the hell does a town function like that? Because
okay, there's two things on this. First, I found this guy, and second was what was said at the last meeting was that he's going through me to keep the amount of emails and phone calls down, and the only thing that he's really doing with me is arranging for the talks that we fought to get. I mean, we got the 3 minutes back, which there's so much proof of what he did to take it.
Again, Vern, nothing for nothing. But at some point, he would have had to bring the 3 minutes back anyway, because
yes. Oh, I'm not bragging about it. I'm just telling you what happened.
I understand, but what I'm telling you is, no matter what he does, he don't run the meeting. He doesn't have the ability to turn around and cancel public comments. He doesn't have that ability. He's a lawyer. He's supposed to give legal advice. I don't understand why it is that everybody seems to think that this guy's the cat's ass, because he's not. He's supposed to be giving legal advice. He's not supposed to be running the meeting. He's not supposed to be turning around and changing the rules of the meeting in the middle of it. I mean, you and I both know, if you look at the town ordinance specifically stated that they're supposed to be using Robert Rules of Order. Then he came back and said, no, we're doing Bob's rules. Well, I already know what Bob's rules are. They're the same things that I have out here. And essentially, it's just parliamentary crap from back when they started this crap back in Britain. So again,
but here's another thing on this. If we're going all the way through this, ordinance says we're going to use Robert's Rules of Order. But if you look at the ordinance for almost the last 7 years, and I keep bringing this up to people and no one catches the importance in it, everything has been passed under an emergency clause. The emergency clause is only a temporary ordinance that only lasts for 2 months. So every fucking ordinance they've made for almost 7 years now has to be redone because none of them are legal. That's how they could jump back and forth.
Vern, stop. Because the thing is that's what's in writing right now, regardless whether it needs to be redone or not. That's just another thing that they haven't gotten to. That is what is in writing. That is what is enforced. That's why whenever they go and change a fucking law, like taking away the fucking penalty for not filling out records requests for the Cora, they, it's posted. You can
That's
go and
separate than
find
the
it.
ordinance, though, because that's a state law. That's not,
It
they do
doesn't-
have power ordinance on it.
Ordinance law, that doesn't matter, Vern. It's what people are supposed to follow, correct?
And now, just because we don't have a charter and we're a statutory town, by law, they have to go by state regulation. The only thing that they could change is they can't alter, they can't make a state thing less in whatever, less enforceable. They could put rules on different things for the town to go by, but it has to be done through ordinance. And if they're doing it through ordinance, it's only lasts 2 months at a time. Every ordinance or law, as you want to call it, would be no good here. There's a lot of work going on. Mm-hmm.
It's what's in writing. That's what's enforceable.
Well, it's in writing that it's under an emergency clause, which makes it only good for 60 days.
And
it's in writing.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, I don't think any of these town ordinances or anything have been updated since the 90s. So
they have not been recorded for that long.
And it's gonna cost you. It's going to cost you $125 for that ordinance book, by the way. Now,
that they don't have done.
Pay up.
That they don't have.
Yeah,
got to pay up.
Yeah, it's going to cost you $125.
You can get from the 90s. You can get from the 90s.
Okay, hey, so here you go. So you guys can look this up. It's Travis Murphy out of Castle Rock.
Castle Rock.
Yeah.
Yep. And here's the wording of the whole email. My suggestion is to wait until the audit is complete and then request a copy, as that will be of public record. The auditor will not be responsive to requests for information during the audit, as they treat it as a financial investigation. That's the wording from the attorney.
Hey, you know what? While we have Vern here, maybe Vern would know this because Vern worked for the town of, and
I don't work for the town of.
Well, you used to, right? You used to be on the board. Okay.
Yes.
So you would know this because we have been asking CIRSA if they are the bonding company for the town of Aguilar. We've also
CML, Colorado Municipal League, is the group we joined, who is associated with CIRSA. CIRSA gives the attorney in case the town is sued.
That's a bond. That's the bonding company.
Yes.
So,
but we joined with CML, who supplies the CIRSA.
See, these are the
If you
things
turn,
that.
If you turn in a complaint, it would go through CML and it would end up on the desk of the attorney at CIRSA. And I've got his email address here somewhere. But
oh, really? I'll take that too.
All right, hang on. It's going to take me a minute, but
yeah, no, that's fine. Take your time. I'm okay with that. Again, like I said, this is more information and these are the things that we've requested and that we've been denied, and again, this kind of brings back to the fact of if they're giving it to you, why aren't they giving it to us?
Right.
Okay. Now this was, the only reason I got this one was whenever Adam was trying to get his job back here, this attorney contacted me to speak for Adam, which wasn't going to fucking happen. But I saved his email, and I've had a couple of conversations with him since then.
Well, Vern,
Adam was the spokesperson.
Vern, I'll say this: never say never with it when it comes to Adam.
Sam, how you doing, buddy? You there, Sam?
Yeah, can you hear me? Doing good, man. How you guys doing?
Hey, Sam.
Good. How are you?
Good. It's really, my volume is really quiet.
Crank it up.
Right?
I'm in there, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're here. We hear you.
Well, what the hell's going on here?
Need a good jam to test out your sound?
Stand by your man and show the world you love him. Keep giving all.
Well, there's the copyright.
Nope.
Oh.
Okay, here's that name you wanted.
All right.
You ready?
Fire.
It's Peter Doherty. It's
Peter?
Peter at LAST.
He's going
LAS.
Slow down, Vern. Peter.
Yep.
Peter.
All right.
Peter.
Last name.
Okay.
Peter.
Here, let me give you the email address first. This is all small letters. PETER at LASATERMARTIN.com. So it's LassiterandMartin.com.
Last. LASTER.
LASATER.
LASTER.
AndMartin. LassiterandMartin.com.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
well, Adam, he'll be back to work soon.
yeah.
We'll get him back on the show.
See, again, see, Vern, this is what I'm saying too. Is like that right there, that email for that guy for CIRSA, right, or CML. I mean,
He works for CIRSA.
Yeah, but these are the things that they're not giving us, and these are the things that have been requested, and this is the stuff that we're fighting about. And this
But I got that accidentally because he contacted me. He wanted me to help him get Adam's job back, which wasn't going to fucking happen.
Oh, wait. What? Wait.
He contacted me.
Wow.
Adam wanted his job back, and he thought that I would give him evidence where Tyra was doing him wrong. That did not happen.
Well, we really that kind of brings into question another issue too, which was, I mean, and this is why I say never say never, Vern, because there really was no real reason given as to why Adam was fired. Was there?
No, and he didn't give me a reason either.
Again, that kind of makes you wonder. I mean, if they fired him without cause because he was a town employee, and this guy is calling you saying, hey, he wants his job back, makes you wonder.
Yeah, I even emailed him back telling him, look, you know what? I've got plenty of cause for him to be fired. So you're speaking to the wrong person. And his last name is spelled Doherty.
DOGH.
Doherty.
DOHERTY. Doherty.
Yes.
All right. Again, like I said, these are things that we've been asking for, and they just keep pissing us out the window with it. I mean.
Well, I think Good Citizen has got the same information on this one because that's the same attorney contacted him, if I remember right, back in whenever this was going on.
I don't know.
So all this they don't give us this information. We piece it together out of the bullshit that they do give us.
Well, again, like I say, at the end of the day, this is just turned into a shit show, and it shouldn't be the lawyer controlling what the town does. It shouldn't be the lawyer controlling the meetings. It shouldn't be the lawyer telling us that we need to give up our Fourth Amendment right to fill out a piece of paper, which again, if you put your name, address, and phone number on there, now maybe not you, Vern, because they know who you are, they know where you live, but other people, right? That opens them up to retaliation. That was the whole point, and the whole purpose behind the law.
And we know she'll retaliate just simply because of requests being made, and she's sick of people's shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's
It's happened.
You know something, GCM? Let's for shits and giggles, let's reach out and see if we can get hold of her again, and maybe we can find out why my email's being blocked.
All right, and then we'll get to Sam. He's up
All right.
here too, so let's see. Maybe you get through.
What's up, Eyes?
Must be out to lunch. What's your friends doing, Gail?
Thank you for calling the town of Aguilar. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
Are they off work again?
I think that's the first fucking time I've ever heard that, John. That's the first time I've heard an answering machine, John.
I've heard it, but I mean, it's 2:00. What's the problem?
So you guys explain to me, what do you think is going on here? Do you think that they're not answering the phone because one, my number is blocked, or
Bing,
two,
bing, 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 bing. Yeah, John.
I think they're listening to the show. That's why.
He got
Hey, haters.
Yeah, Gail got it. Caller ID, man.
Yep.
I listen, Sam. I don't even. It wouldn't matter. I called in there before, and they thought I was an AI bot. So, I mean, that was her statement. I don't know. I thought I was real. My grandson tells me I'm real every once in a while.
Well,
my wife thinks I'm real. I don't know.
That's a plague, and that's a plague in that office. The mayor thinks I don't live there, so they're in a false reality over there.
You know, I found out somebody else don't live there, but he votes there and is on the board there. And I heard, you know, I just heard about this guy. You know that guy?
I think I know that guy.
He's a wild one. He's a wild one.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, he's only missed like 7 meetings, this year. There's
Right.
one a month, so it's all
And,
right. He's got a couple more he could probably afford to miss.
And you know what's funny, Sam, is one of the most recent ones that he missed. I ended up passing him on the road into Aguilar. He was on that back road on the that leads out to that. And yeah, he was sitting out there by a cemetery in his Cadillac, just sitting there. And I'm like, what the fuck is he doing sitting there? And there's a meeting going on. He didn't show up for the meeting. He wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
It's
Hey
funny.
Sam, how you doing?
Hey guys, hey, is that Vern? Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing
It's kind
good.
of funny too, because if I remember correctly, maybe it's me, but if they miss a certain number of meetings, right, especially consecutive meetings, they're supposed to be taken off the board.
They're sorry.
Yeah.
Well, last time I went in there, I was mentioning to Vernon. I think he's done, man.
It's
think
that I'm
he's done,
sorry
too.
clause. It gets him every time,
No, I think he's out. I think he's out.
And rumor has it Donald's not going to run again.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, at the last meeting, it was brought up to the lawyer, and he didn't say he was out. So,
No,
The boss said it. Tyra said he's out, man.
Oh yeah, because the meeting,
Yeah.
the lawyer, when he was told about it, he goes, "Oh really? Well, I'll have to look into that." So we were kind of hoping that this meeting that we would see him sitting in that chair. Do you think that's going to happen?
No.
No.
Well, that also poses this question because where he's been sitting out of the meetings, right? If I remember correctly, I thought there was somebody sitting in his seat.
Yeah, Ken.
Yeah. So
That guy.
I guess
I don't have to be here.
that poses this question: is Ken voting on things?
Yeah.
He is?
No, sorry, no.
Well, I mean, you know.
Well, you don't know, but no. I just think he's coaching the town.
Nothing happens at the town council, though, even when they vote. This comes up to what they do before the meeting or after the meeting, which is all done in private.
That's
and if you look at not this last vote they had on the interim loan, the one a year ago it outlined who was going to be signatures on the paperwork for this, and it also stated that all decisions can be made by this board, by this group, without going through the board for approval.
Well,
that didn't get put on this last one.
Well, I have a question. There was a couple meetings back, the one that the Good Citizen and you people were at, right, where they voted a gentleman in there, right? Well, the gentleman was apparently disclosed the fact that he had a contract with the town of Aguilar, right? But he claimed that he was a volunteer. When do volunteers get paid? I'm curious about that.
They're
donating. And you know that section that should have been recorded was not recorded because that would have been the June meeting that you're talking about.
Yes.
That he said that he was a volunteer, and then the July meeting, and they brought it as a bid grant, not a contract with this guy. And the first words out of Donald's mouth was, "We have all talked about this." So they did not discuss anything there at the meeting. It was talked about behind closed doors, and I've talked to two of the other councilmen who said they knew nothing about this when they voted.
And that kind of poses another question.
But they voted yes. Sorry, John. Sorry.
They did, yes.
Wasn't somebody hired on for the town, right? And they were supposed to step down from the board. Has that happened yet?
No. It can't happen until the meeting on the 7th, because when they hired him, he didn't resign then, so the board didn't accept his resignation. This is the first meeting since then, so technically he can't be an employee until the 7th and they accept his resignation.
Well, that's funny because he's getting paid.
He is getting paid and he's working for the town.
So if he's getting paid as an employee and he's getting paid as sitting on the board.
No, you don't get paid sitting on the board, John. They don't get paid.
I just want to make sure because again, but even still, and he doesn't need to wait. I would think, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems to me that I don't think he would have to wait to resign. He could have resigned the day after the meeting. All he had to do is put in the papers.
Well, and even at that meeting, if they would have said, "Okay, we're hiring you on," he could have said, "Okay, I resign from the board," and that would have been done. Like, I mean, it all could have been done last meeting.
And here's what a problem with this is. I understand, and I really believe that when at the time he resigns, that's his resignation date. But whenever Bob Romero resigned and they were working on the 60 days to appoint someone else, then I was told that, well, the resignation doesn't take place until the board accepts the resignation, which was 30 days later. That gave them 90 days to put that Charlene Gonzalez on the board. They were past the 60 days for her because they didn't bring it up. Then they put Charlene on the board through a vote of the council. Which they were already passed. So they do what they want.
Is anybody else seeing the big picture here about what's happening?
Yeah.
which part of the big picture? There's so much.
Well, let's see. Dawn's
They're
not
slowly dropping.
Dawn's not running,
Yep.
right? Which means
Joe's
if
gone.
if Donald's not going to run, right? That means that somebody else is going to run, whether it be you, Brent, or whoever.
Yeah,
right?
but he got a 4-year term, didn't he?
No, he didn't. Because it was all by appointment, everyone got a 2-year term, which is coming up in April. By April, they have to have a new board and mayor setting.
And Charlene gets to be voted on again too, I believe.
Essentially, what you're looking at is you're looking at a mass exodus, which means
Yes. That's what we fought for, though.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Okay, the problem is if the audits aren't done, right? If the audits aren't finished by the time that they're gone, then whoever comes into power or whoever comes into these positions, right? Those issues are still going to be there, and you're still going to have to get them fixed, right? So you're taking on a whirlwind of crap. Now,
Yes.
and here's the problem. What happens if you hire an auditor that comes in and looks at the books and goes, hey, we got all this money that's MIA over here, and these people are gone, and they've hit the road.
Well, John, did you know about the photographs of Stephanie taking out file boxes of papers on a Saturday?
Listen, Vern, that was one of my record requests. That was, just again, this is what I'm talking about. This is the whole. I
mean, unless you know what's in those boxes, Vern.
Well, yeah, no one knows what's in the boxes, but it's like, you know what? There's so many things that go on. What would anyone reasonably expect to be in those boxes? Stephanie didn't quit, so it wasn't her, final removal of her property, and they were file boxes for papers.
Yep. And while they're doing the audit and they're under the state scrutiny, nothing is supposed to leave that, because if there's receipts in there, if there is paperwork in there, I mean, here's a perfect example, Vern. Okay, I requested credit card statements for the last 2 months for the town of Aguilar, all employees, right?
And they claim they don't use credit cards,
which is bullshit, because if they have DPW vehicles, they have to be putting gas in the vehicles. You're telling me that they don't have a credit card, a gas card?
Hey, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying what I'm being told.
But Vern, you and I both know that they had Sam's Club, they had Walmart, they had Big R. We all
only
know
because we're educated. We're not stupid.
I understand that we're not stupid, but again, this is the stuff that they literally came right out and said, we don't have any of these things. So when I turned around and I broke it down into those specific cards, you know what I was told? You're not getting any of it. You're not getting any of it. We're not giving you anything.
And this is what people should be pissed about. They shouldn't be pissed at me, good citizen, or you people for bringing this information out. They should be pissed at the motherfuckers that's doing. Excuse me. They should be pissed at the people who's doing this. I got recalled for being rude, but I was saying the same damn thing. You know what? Why are you pissed at me? All I'm doing is bringing out the. I didn't hear you.
You know what the problem is?
What?
Now, the main problem area is up here. All of this going on up here is what's causing me the most physical discomfort. It's like a visceral reaction of discontent coming from this area. This area is not good either. I hate this, but I'm mainly worried about this.
That's the problem.
All right. Yeah, a chance to calm me down, huh? It worked. I'm calm.
I'm not. I'm highly pissed off, and the two gentlemen that are behind this channel know exactly where I'm at right now and what I'm doing. I keep them apprised as to everything that I do, and let them know what I'm doing and when I'm doing it, and they know the drill. But at the end,
and you know what? And me and Sam's been fighting them kind of together on a whole lot of this. And we're getting things out to reporters, and we're getting, we're getting conversations with them that other people aren't getting. But all this is record, and it does look like Donald's not running. Charlie won't run without Donald. Joe Porras is gone, and Mark is gone. That's the majority of the board. And they've agreed at the last meeting whether they follow through with it on the 7th when they have to vote this in, is they're going to have an outside agency come in for the vote. Now, what's going to happen, and this is pretty logical to think of, if the right people get on this board, Tyra's walking out, Sarah will walk off, and so will Stephanie, which will leave us with, we're going to have to contact CML to send in a group to retrain another government here.
Yeah,
That's good, man.
That's good.
No.
We fought for 3 years for this now. This is exactly what we wanted to happen. All these people gone, and it's happening.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? You get that. You still got to retrain these people, right? You got to have somebody trained, which means that's going to take time. You also got to get the water issue cleaned up. That's the first thing that you guys should be doing as a new government. That would be the first thing on the agenda. Get that dealt with, because
and no one said this is going to be easy.
Again, I didn't think it would happen in a day. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm saying. At the end of the
it won't. And I'm just being realistic. This has been 16 years. This has been 16 years.
Yeah, but right now you're looking at whoever takes over has got a $2.64 million loan sitting out there, right?
And a $5.8 million grant.
Yeah, but you only get the grant if you deal with the issues at hand.
Yes, which by reason, everything that they've done with this, they shouldn't even be getting the interim loan because their paperwork and audit hasn't been up to date for a year. So that's going to put it to actually get the money another year away.
Well, that kind of poses the other question that again, this was one of the requests that I made was I requested a accounting of a contract with the Colorado Bank to figure out the percentage rate that they were getting into, if they have one, how much of that money, was getting turned over to them, and essentially what I wanted to see is where all the money was going.
Okay, Colorado Bank is going to be zero interest until the grant kicks in. Then the grant is going to pay for the loan to the Colorado banks. Then we're just dealing with the grant amount itself. So they've pretty well got an interest-free loan of $2.64 million until the grant kicks in. But they're having problem getting everything together to get the grant to kick in. So if they spend this $2.4 million, eventually we're going to have to pay interest on it.
Well, here's the thing: is if they don't get the 2.64, because if their paperwork isn't in order, right, which is what you're telling me, that's what you were saying. If the paperwork is not in order, then they don't get the loan. If they get the loan, you don't get the grant.
No, John. Ken
okay,
says,
Sam could answer this better than I can.
Vern, Ken says it's all in order. We're all good.
Sam said that?
Ken said it.
Ken said
that all the paperwork on this shit is all good. We're good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he also told me the audits. He also told me the audits are completed, and I almost lost my shit on them.
Yeah, the audits are completed.
He told me I can't write Tyra or Tyrant on the sidewalk, or I could go to jail. So I'm just saying. Okay,
it's all good.
They might have did a job audit or something to get what they got to get done for the bank or anything, but yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of questionable, don't you think? Though
we have it on film.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
it's absolutely questionable. Yeah.
If realistically, if they had the loan locked up, don't you think they would have had it done already?
Oh yeah, they did. That was just. They needed to do that just like they did the year before to once again just appease the health department, man. They ain't, I think it's going to get done, but like you said, I don't think anything's going on anymore right now. I really don't.
Well, I think we sprung a leak yesterday because we needed to do some water testing this month.
Yeah, and and then we're paying Cantora $65 an hour, and this contract, the supposed contract with him, is just it should be toilet paper. There's no meeting of the minds there. There's no direction of what he's actually doing, and he's accountable for the hours he turns in. No one's overseeing him.
Oh, wait a minute. Brent, you're also forgetting he gets travel time.
And travel time.
And if they have to put him up, if they have to put him up in a hotel, expenses.
Yes.
And an attorney and bail bondsman.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, then I'll buy it for you.
Yeah, you know what? He lied about that. He never paid for my attorney like he said he would.
Why didn't he? He's got money coming out his ass. He'll be back to work soon, don't worry. He'll hook you up.
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
So,
which kind of makes me wonder too. Where Vern was unceremoniously taken off of the board. Why didn't Sursa step in to represent Vern?
Because it was done through a recall, and that's the way that they got out of it. What they was being pushed for was the board to throw me off, and they couldn't do it because the rules of it was Donald had to investigate first, then the charges were supposed to come to me, and if I decided to fight it, then they would have had to apply an attorney. But in the middle of that, then the person that filed the recall steps in, and all that was gone away.
Wow.
There's more behind this than probably anyone else knows. There's four of us here on the panel that know the biggest part of all of this.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not saying anything bad about you, John. You're doing a great job on bringing out a lot of this and bringing up questions. But some of us have been here through the whole thing, and it's been shit from the start. This is the best position we've been in the last 16 years of everyone being gone. It's been years since they've had a chance to vote in an entire council. The only thing that's been crap on this was we can't vote in a council if Kyra is the one who's running the election.
Well, I know John definitely been here as long as we have, so he's been here since day one, paying attention.
I mean, yeah, and I appreciate everything that's done for Aguilar, and I'm not trying to cut anyone short on the thing, but this has gone on for years.
Sam, what's your take? Is he still with us?
Hello, Sam.
He's probably taking like 2-3 slices of pizza or something.
No, guys, I'm here. Can you not hear me?
There he is.
Yeah.
All right. So I minimized, and I guess it shuts my mic down. Sorry, guys. I was listening to everything. So I was talking with a gentleman in the USDA here, and he sent me information, and they look at credit worthiness, and they do look at financial statements in some audits. So, who knows what and if that's even going to happen, or, because I don't understand if they're doing their job. The last audit is 18, right, guys? So I can't imagine they're going to get that USDA grant without coming up with the current audit, at least the current audit.
I don't know. She does a pretty damn good audit, Sam. Right to the penny.
Yeah. Well, I told Vernon what those, You know, that 90, all that miscellaneous, you know what she told me that was? Depreciation.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I thought that one, I was waiting for something. Okay. All that
Bro,
one,
this year your truck depreciated at least that much, right?
92,000. Oh, wait, the
At
truck wasn't
least,
that
bro.
much. Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
that's a nice truck, dude, and it's been a rough year. So
The
you
next
know.
thing I want to, I think somebody or should be core requested is the depreciation schedule.
Bro, if anybody else did any shit like that on their fucking taxes, bro, they're
And does that
guaranteed an
like
audit.
apply to like the paper they buy too? Like, is that like what they're applying this to? Like depreciation on the paper just sitting there in the ream? Like, I got to know like how detailed is this, because that's a lot of depreciation.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting. I called yesterday. I was going to call today. I haven't called today. But nothing. But Vernon's right. And the election is key, man. The election's key. And I know no matter who gets in there, it's going to be a friggin' mess. But there's got to be change in there.
This is going to come down to the town's going to be, everyone's going to walk off from the town that's on there now, it appears. And they're intentionally going to try to fuck us. So we have to be ready for CML to come in and retrain people. And we're going to have to go over this. At least we'll have the state working with the town to get us back in place.
The least they can do. The least they can do. They've allowed this shit to go on.
I agree.
For years. And I said
agree.
it before. They're complicit, man. They are absolutely complicit.
But they're our way out also right now.
Oh, no doubt.
This isn't going to be easy, and it's not going to be good for the town for a while. In the long run, it will be.
I don't see how it can get any worse.
No, it can't.
Well, maybe it could. I mean, what if like they all like jump ship, and then all of a sudden you guys find out that Aguilar's really broke and like way in debt, no way to come out.
Yeah.
We are.
Bankrupt.
You know,
We should be ready for that.
At that point, I think what you would have to do is you would have to withdraw as a statutory town and let the state of Colorado take over.
Yep.
You know, the mayor has no financial concerns, but we know the fucking mayor can't add too well. So, you know.
He might have been talking about himself, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he was confused by the question.
He's got him a cash cow there.
Right?
Yep.
You know? It's a lot of beer money. Just saying.
Well, the one thing what we know is there'll be property tax money coming back. At least that will come back.
Well, I would
118,000.
Yep, and adding every year.
Oh, the good news is I hear the ADA ramp is complete, guys.
Dude, was that a union job, by the way?
I don't know, but I don't know. I'm wondering about the tripping hazard they built in. That
thing took forever, man.
Is it really complete? Is it done? They finally poured the concrete and everything, the door and everything.
Flagpole?
No, not the door yet. But
Snap! I'm gonna have to
the
go get new
ramp part.
papers.
The ramp part's about done, yeah. And the steps. It looks weird to me because where the new sidewalk meets the old sidewalk, there's like this big ass, like, might as well have been a step. I don't know. It's only 3 inches. It's weird. I don't know. I wouldn't have done that shit. But
it doesn't make sense because usually the ADA ramps, when you come up to the ramp, it's flush with the front, so that you don't have to do that.
That's the step side, though. The ramp side is flush.
All right.
But where the old sidewalk runs with the new sidewalk, there's a pretty good sized gap there. I'll get a video of it next time I'm up that way. That way everybody can see the progress on the ramp.
But John, my take is exactly what Vernon said. It is going to be a mess, but it's not like it's a mess already. But there are people that can come in and help, and it's not like they don't know it's a mess. They do know.
And people in town's going to have to understand what we're fixing to go into, you know, because this is probably going to be the worst shape this town's been in years. You know, but at least we have a chance this way.
Correct. It's not going to get better the way it is.
No. And unless you go through the bad parts of it, it's not going to get better at all.
I think you should make the call again, see if they're off lunch.
I could try, but I got to be honest with you. I don't think they'll answer my call.
Oh gosh.
Block your number, John.
It wouldn't make a difference if they're listening. If they're listening in on the show, they're gonna know that we're calling.
Yeah, they're probably on a conference call with Clayton and all of them listening.
Hey, Tyra. Glad to be part of your conference.
Maybe that was it. They were having a watch party.
Right?
and that's,
oh, dude, that's awesome. Thanks, haters. Watch party.
That's the funny part, Vern, because I reached out to the attorney and Good Citizen, and you people tell you, I've reached out to him for the last few days, and I left messages, no response, no callbacks, no nothing.
Join the club, John.
What's that?
Join the club.
Yeah, well, again, that wasn't a knock on Vern, but it's just, you know, at the end of the day, it shouldn't be that Vern has the only access to the town attorney. And not only that, but here's the problem that I have now, because, you know, now I've been blocked from being even allowed to make core requests at the town of Aguilar. You know, to me, that's a huge issue. Again, this is a violation of the law. They know it is. You know, and realistically,
they don't care.
What are my remedies to that? You know what I mean? I can reach out to the attorney and try and get him to unblock me and take my requests, right? Or he's got to do exactly what he's doing, which is ignore my phone calls and continue on the way he's doing it and the way that Tyra's doing it. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's their choice. I mean, knock yourselves out. Who am I to judge? You know, if stupid is stupid, go for it. That's exactly it, you people. Hear no evil, see no evil.
But you know, no, I'm trying to make a request.
Are you using the right form?
Email, right? I mean, duh, what it says in the law, you can just send an email. I mean, it's got your name, it's got a web address on there. It doesn't technically have a phone number unless I leave it, but I shouldn't have to do that by law, right? Right. So
no,
I'm leaving an email.
You would think that that way, but at least, you know, I would be genuinely surprised because, like I said, I can't seem to get an email through.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see if she's blocked my email now. Oh, yeah. See.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I just don't see how they can do what they're doing, keep sustaining the way they're sustaining. I mean, at some point, you know, something's got to give, and it's definitely not them. I mean,
hey, I just noticed something, guys. Today is Thursday, so the World Journal came out. So I'm going to stay connected here, but I'm going to run down to the store and pick up a newspaper because this is supposed to be about Joe Porras.
Oh.
I heard about him.
Who all wants a paper so I know how many copies to get? Linda just yelled.
Unless you're going to airmail it.
Well, yeah, one person lives just a couple of blocks from me. The other one I see all the time. So, and then me, Linda. So I'd be at least 4 of them.
I'm out of town. I'll just check it out online. Thanks.
All right. I'll be back in a minute and let you guys know what it says.
Thank you.
Yeah, he did mute his mic.
No, I don't think he did.
No.
All right, I'm muted. Hang on.
All right.
It's always good to mute your mic if you're not sitting in front of it. I don't know. You might catch a ghostly voice, though. I mean, 50-50. Do you want the ghost voice or do you want something to pop up randomly that wasn't supposed to pop up? Just saying.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Never do know.
Anything's possible.
Except for getting Tyra on the phone.
Well, you know, she's a very important person. She's in a lot of meetings.
So my Cora FOIA request is just asking if she got my request from last week.
Oh, cool.
I wonder if she went through the mail for lunch.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's why it took so long.
Nope, they're gone.
Thank you for calling the town of Aguilar.
They need to
I
do.
wonder if anybody else has that issue.
I don't know. I'm about to check that out. Hey, John, I just want to double check with you. So,
yeah,
your the email that you're trying to get Tyra at is Aguilar, that like spelt in the like the town, Aguilar town clerk at gmail.com, right?
That is correct, sir.
Okay, yeah. Mine went through.
Wow.
So, I don't know. I would suggest making a new email just for the fuck of it.
Well, you know, it's funny you should say that because I have like 5 different email addresses, right? And each one of them is linked to each other, right? So no matter which email I send it from, it's blocked. So for 5 email addresses, all 5 of my email addresses are blocked at the town of Aguilar.
Wow.
So tell me how that happens.
That's kind of weird that, you know, all 5 of yours get fucking taken down. That's kind of weird, John.
Yeah. Makes you wonder what is it that I'm asking for that they don't want people to see? You know, again, like we were saying to Vern, we all know that they have those credit cards. They lied straight up about it. We know they lied about it. I mean, realistic. Again, even if you eliminate the Sam's, the Walmart, the Big R, right, and the Lowe's credit cards, right? Even if you eliminate those, right, they still have to have a gas card or they have to pay in cash for gas, right? That would mean that they have to keep, even if they paid in cash, they have to get receipts for the gas they're putting in the town vehicles, right? Which would mean they would have to keep those receipts. I even went so far as to not only ask for the gas card receipts if they had a credit card, but I asked for, if paid in money, the actual receipt paid in cash for gas.
You
I
can
don't
do
see
that.
what's wrong with that.
You can request those receipts. So I used to work for a tow truck company, and before they got their contract with one of the fuel companies around there to have a little fuel card and whatever, and pretty much unlimited fuel as long as they paid the fucking bill, we were paying cash, and we would have to get the receipt. We would have to give it to the business owner. And again, same thing with the town. If you're paying by cash, you should have that cash receipt. And that's a public document, and you can request it.
Exactly. But again, this is what we get.
Well, and the fact is, we've seen them pay at the pump. You can't pay
Yeah.
cash at the pump.
No.
That's visually been seen multiple fucking times in multiple employees by multiple people. So, yeah, you're not paying at the pump with cash. But yeah, I get what you're saying. What's
You know,
up, Kinetic? What's up, John Tracy?
And again, like I said too, is we all know that they have a Lowe's credit card. We know they have a Walmart credit card. We know they have the Sam's Club credit card, and we know they have a Big R credit card. Those are just the ones that we absolutely 100% know that they have. So why would you lie and say that the town doesn't have credit cards? Because, I mean, realistically, if the DPW workers or the town workers are building, for the sake of argument, they're building a fence. Well, that Lowe's credit card would be used to buy the materials to build the fence, right?
Right.
It just goes to reason. So,
John, can I ask you a question before I lose my train of thought here?
Go for it.
Because it's just something that came across my head. So, isn't that technically giving you false information?
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that in a way breaking the law? Are they not supposed to be able to do that? Like, I know cops can lie to you to further their investigation, but can clerks lie to you to further their investigation?
I didn't know I was being investigated, but then again, I'm an AI.
Sorry.
It's okay. You are correct, sir. But again, this is what I'm saying. I mean,
I don't think they're allowed to lie to you, John. I don't think they're allowed to lie to you or give you false information, especially if it's public information.
Well, technically what she did, and what she did is she denied that portion of the request. Now, the fact that we know that these cards exist, realistically, there are other avenues that I can take, and depending on my frame of mind, I may do, and then she would have to explain to somebody as to why it is that essentially she denied that request.
Well, Gail brought up a good comment here, and she says that she heard the cards were in Tyra's name to get away from showing the receipts. But John, what legally is wrong with that one, John?
Well, the problem is that because she is a town employee, that she is not entitled to put them in just her name. I mean, even if they were in her name, they still belong to the town. So she still has to fork that information over. She can't hide it.
So, Gail, it's kind of like when Stephanie took that video of us and we were telling them, don't delete it. That's public record. Da, 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 da. And the cop over here in Pago said, don't delete those pictures. Da, 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 da. It doesn't matter if the credit card's in her name. If she's using it for the town and is paying it back with town money, it is the town's credit card.
You're dead on, man. She can use her personal card, but she's going to get reimbursed from the town. So there has to be a trail on that. There has to be.
You don't get the account number. You can get her name. Anything like personal information wise cannot be given. But you can get a list of the charges on that card, regardless whether they were personal or town. You get all of the charges because you have now made it a public document, Tyra. Anything like your name or your account number can be redacted. Everything else has to be shown and given.
and to take it one step further too is realistically, if you really wanted to and you wanted to find out, you could turn around and you could request how many different bank accounts are out there, whether they're in Tyra's name, right? As long as they belong to the town, they can redact the account numbers, right? They can redact the account numbers and stuff, but you can find out how much money's in them.
Yeah.
Right. Just simple, basic stuff. I mean,
or what bank they're out of. I mean, you can get all of that information except for the account number or routing number or anything like that. All that can be redacted. Bank, whatever bank it is, that can be shown. Charges can be shown. Give it to us. We just want to know. We like information, Tyra. We like to read weird things. Like, we are the people that go out and take pictures of rocks. Why? It's a rock. It's nice.
We like to be informed. I'm trying to prevent Alzheimer's.
Right?
I'm exercising my mind.
And not with fiction.
Right.
Yeah, man. It's killing us.
But this
suspense is killing us, man. And this is worse than a Stephen King book. I swear to God, if it ends up like a Stephen King book with a really shitty ending, I'm going to be disappointed.
I can see her as Pennywise. Just saying.
Oh, don't tempt us.
I do. I am.
Hey, Ellie.
Hi, Ellie.
Kinetic came in. John Tracy came in.
Hey guys, I got a question. Well, what's the next step when they deny it and it goes past the grace period? I mean, I know it's a slap on the wrist, but
actually, it's no longer a slap. It's no longer a slap on the wrist, Sam. So what happens now is that Senate Bill 286 eliminated the criminal charge under 2472-206. So what happened is now what you would have to do is you would have to go after the town civilly. You would have to probably name different parties, whether it be Tyra in her official capacity and the town of Aguilar. I would think, and again, I'm no attorney. I'm just putting it out there. I mean, realistically, you could talk to a civil attorney. They might be able to point you in the right direction. But at the end of the day, I mean, it sure seems to me that if they're going to keep denying requests and they're not going to answer requests, you are left with no other alternative but to go and sue civilly. Now the question is where to go to do that. And I think, and again, like I said, I'm not an attorney and I'm not telling anybody I'm not giving any legal advice, but I believe you would have to start in the district courts. So I think you have to start there. You would have to file your claim in the district court and go from there. I mean,
Well, Kinetic brought up a good question, and I was going to ask you because I haven't really had a chance to talk to you. But what about FOIA? Because I've listed all mine as Cora FOIA requests. Is there any kind of recourse going through Cora? FOIA? Sorry.
Well, because Colorado recognizes Cora as FOIA, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I mean, I have the FOIA law printed out. I would have to read through it again to find the specific area that covers this situation. I'm pretty sure I know where it is in the FOIA law. It's just a matter of finding it again.
Well, why don't we look that up, John? Because I can at least take that route, and because again, I label the subject Cora FOIA request. I put both of them so that way it gets legally covered underneath both. So maybe we'll sit down, we'll take a look at that together. Or, you know, you can sit down and take a look at it and let me know or something. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, because now you're making me dig. Because
I won't make you dig. I'll dig. I was wondering
No,
if that
no,
could
I-
work. If it's a
no,
possibility. So is Kinetic. I mean, he's asking.
yeah, no, it's separate, Dick, because I'm trying to clean up my nightmare messes lately, and I had to put that FOIA stuff with my case out of New Hampshire, so that's why it's like I got to dig.
Oh, gotcha.
So
I can dig it. Can y'all dig it? Sorry, old school song just
I remember.
popped into my head. Sorry.
Let's see.
Made okay.
Hey, here's funny. You want to hear something funny? So, Mr. Attorney there was saying that you got to pay the $25 for the first hour, right?
Right.
Okay. Under FOIA, it says no agency may require advance payment on any fee unless the requester has previously failed to pay fees in a timely fashion, right? Or the agency has determined that the fee will exceed $250. Just food for thought.
Huh. Well, Vern, if you're listening, there you go, buddy. That's for you.
Yeah, but Vern did their Cora request form, remember?
Oh, yeah, he did their Cora request form. Damn. He's stuck with Cora.
Well, technically, when he did Cora, he did FOIA. I mean, because again,
I don't know, because that would tell me that they couldn't change Cora then, because it's not like they can change FOIA, right? But they took away the penalty, obviously, in this state for not giving out records. So that tells me that they're okay with clerks and stuff not giving out records and not having a you know, punishment or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could just do what the fuck they want. They're enabling it by changing the Cora law, taking that penalty out.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing though, is they took the penalty out on Cora, but where they follow FOIA and Cora together and they kind of meshed them together,
right?
FOIA law still applies.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So the FOIA law should take more precedence over my request than anything else. Like, they could not fucking deny me regardless.
Well, it's funny because I think I found what we're looking for here. It says, on complaint, the District Court of the United States in the district in which the complainant resides or has his principal place, business, or agency records are situated, and this is talking about the District of Columbia, right? Where it has jurisdiction to enjoin the agency, blah, 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 blah. So it says it shall determine the matter de novo and may examine content such agency records in camera to determine whether such records or any part thereof shall be withheld under an exemption, right?
Right.
Then it goes on to pretty much state that whenever the court orders the production of any agency records improperly withheld from the complainant and assesses against the United States reasonable attorney fees. So in other words, if you were to sue, you would get attorney's fees. But essentially what it's saying here is that for whatever reason that they denied you, your recourse is to go after them in the district courts.
There you go. So no penalty right off the bat, I mean, I would, if I was them, I don't know, I'd much rather take like a fine or something than having to go through like court. Fuck
Well,
that.
And again, that was just a cursory glance at that. But what it does state though is if you win your case. So if you brought a case forward, right, and you won your case, if you had to pay an attorney, they have to pay you the attorney's fees for you. You know what I mean? So, I and again, not an attorney, not advice, not, you know, but my take on that would be that if they awarded you $1, right, and your attorney cost you $10,000 to pay, they have to pay him the 10 grand.
Right.
You don't have to pay that as long as you're awarded money. That would be my guess.
Well, and as we always tell everybody whenever we're looking into stuff is to look into it your goddamn self.
But again, like I say, I mean,
That's why I asked John.
Hey, Darby.
Always fact check us, man. Like go read the FOIA law and let us know if we're wrong. But that's pretty much John's interpretation of it. That was my interpretation of it. Kinetic, thank you for the question, because I was going to ask John about that same thing. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you go on to FOIA.gov, you can download the FOIA laws in its entirety. I believe it's probably around, I think it's like 26 to 30 some odd pages for the FOIA law. So, you know.
Yeah, I was trying to bring that up here. Oh, that's right. It's a fucking download. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's a download. But like I said, I'm pretty sure it's like 26 to 32 pages long. And it literally just explains.
No, not the. Oh. No, I'm sorry, not the FOIA. I was gonna, Ellie. You're right. Most people do charge those charges, but I'll bring up Aguilar's pay scale that they expect everybody to pay here, so that way, at least that way, you guys can get a view of what they're trying to charge over here.
Oh, the fee scale.
Yeah, the fee scale for them. Because again, I forgot that you know it runs underneath of a different screen. So now I got to go over here. I got to do this. I got to do that. There's like 10 more steps I've got to do to just get to this stupid thing that you don't have to fill out.
Yeah, the thing you don't have to fill out, and the thing that they're trying to make you to require you to fill out.
Right. It's kind of stupid in my opinion, but all right, here it is. Here it is, everybody. I'll bring it up full screen here, so that way, you know, it gets all the way up. But this is the you know, little paper that they expect you to fill out before you get while you're making your request. I see a couple things wrong at the start there. See a couple things wrong at the start there. Be specific as possible in documents that you're requesting. You got to be specific. Don't draw or write below this line. They do all that. Okay. And here's their fee scale here. So for a book that they don't even have yet, wow, what the hell just happened? Okay. For a book they don't even have yet, it's $125.
I know what happened. You made a record request by accident, and it's going to cost you $25 for the first hour.
Oh, that's right. Don't forget about that. And then you got research fees, you know, and then computer documents and recordings. That's another $25. Did you even catch that, John?
Which one?
Don't ask for a recording of the main office. I'm just gonna warn you, it'd be a waste of $25, guys.
Well, and don't request any computer documents.
Yeah, I don't think that they could do that. I'm not sure
No, they can't do that, John.
Yeah.
They can't do that, John. But those are the three big things that I saw that I had a problem with. Is you can get board minutes for $1.
Well, if you look at there was one of them here. Oh, here it is. This is my favorite, right? If you look at the research fees, right, it says 1 hour minimum, no pro rata. Well, we all know the tire would have no idea what pro rata means. So there's no way that she drew this up. And
Right.
the problem with that is if you look at the Senate bill specifically states within, I think, the first few paragraphs that the first hour is free. You can't charge pro rata for an hour minimum if the first hour is free.
Right?
Maybe I'm just nuts. I could be reading the Senate bill wrong, but I don't think so. Maybe we should. Can we pull that up, you people?
What's that? Senate bill? What was that?
286.
Let me look it up.
I believe it's 23-286 is the Senate bill.
All right. See here. Gotta go in here. It's in a different thing. I gotta go into a different thing. You mean this one? What, 23-286?
Yep.
Which section do you want me to go to?
Let me see. Well, we could go with the first part, which is kind of funny because it says all public records are open for inspection by a person at any reasonable time, except as provided in part 2. So essentially, folks, if you wanted to go in and you wanted to see the stuff in person, and you can record it, by the way, with a camera, with a cell phone, whatever you want to record with, by all means, knock yourself out. You can do that. Let's see. We go down.
Custodian of public record shall not require or requester to provide the custodian with any form of identification to request or inspect records pursuant to this part 2.
Yep, there's that one. Oh, wait a minute. If we go back up to under section 1, stop right there. If you look at go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th line down where it says protection of such records and the prevention.
I got you.
Yeah, so we should be able to do the inspection of such record as are reasonably necessary for the protection of such record and the prevention of unnecessary interference with the regular discharge of duties for the. So essentially, if you go in there, right, they can't stop you from looking at it. This is insane. I mean,
that's obstruction, John.
Okay.
Obstruction. You can't obstruct me from my duties, John.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They're sorry.
They're sorry. I'm still looking for that one where the law says that if you're sorry, it's okay, everything's good.
That's on section 206, which was repealed.
Hey, here's just a random thought. All those senators that brought this bill up, get their emails and start blasting them about what's going on with the core request in the town. Everyone, every one of them.
Yeah, that is a great idea because
It's not
this
a bad
was put
idea.
through by these gentlemen right here.
Yep, and that's you can get their emails very easily. The representatives and the senators. There's only a half a dozen or a dozen or so, and everybody that's done a core and had a problem, blast them with emails and don't let it slide until they call you, write you, or answer you.
John's looking for something else.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the one where it says the first hour is free. I saw it in here. Oh, here's one. If the public record is stored in a digital format that is searchable, the custodian shall provide a digital copy to the public record in a searchable format unless otherwise requested by the requester.
Right.
So, again, these are things that they're just kind of that would lead credence to, when I asked for the PDF form for the code of conduct.
$125, bud. Cough it up.
$125.
If you want
It
to
can
see
be
what their
all
code
yours.
looks like or their ordinances, you got to pay. You don't follow them damn ordinances anyway.
Sure. They don't.
They ain't worried about them senators. They're statutory town.
Yeah, they can do what they want. But it's funny because if they could do what they want, they wouldn't have had $116,000 tied up by the state now, would they?
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like they can go buy new office chairs with her or something, They have to like kind of put that money back in the community. So why does it matter?
Well, I found your section for retrieval fees and whatnot and so forth.
Yeah.
So that's section 2472-205.
205, right. And if I pull that,
except that a custodian shall not charge a per page fee for providing records in a digital or electronic format. Is that what you were looking for, John?
that was one of them.
Oh, wow. One.
Looking at the I'm looking at the actual 2472-205 from the Colorado Open Records Act, maximum hourly research and retrieval fee.
Oh, well, look at you go. Share your screen. Oh, you can't. You're on the phone.
Can't.
Never mind.
But
anyway, still, it's right here in writing. They can't charge you for fucking email. They can't charge you for an email.
And they can't charge you for the first hour. And what I'm looking at is it says $30 to $33.58, which is what Ellie put up right there.
Yep.
But it's after the first hour.
That's after the first hour.
Which means the first hour is free. So I don't know what nerve that they have trying to charge you $25 for the first hour when they can't. Again.
I mean, it's coming from the same guy who says your First Amendment is cockamamie and you're just twisting the rights.
Right.
So wouldn't you expect this exactly what he would do?
You would, yeah, I guess. I mean, look at what I'm going through. I mean,
right.
how do you block somebody from submitting an email? I mean, really? And not just that, but think about this, right? Now, I'm not a big channel by any means, right? But I have more than 2 followers, right? Which means that technically I would be a member of the press, wouldn't I?
Which one are you on, Ellie? Hold on. I got to go now. Now I got to go into a new thing. God damn it. Sorry, John. Sorry, John.
Ellie's pretty good with this stuff too.
She is. She's wonderful. I just don't know whose channel she's on. That's we're running 2 channels, John.
She's on yours.
Okay. I'm working on my way over there.
I can't give her one. She's on yours, Dad.
I thought she already had one, but I guess not.
Hand it up to her. She's great.
She don't hardly come to mine anymore, you know. I see her out there on them streets from time to time, though.
Well, you're not nice.
Yeah, everybody knows that. I mean, and the real issue is, you know.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't. But I've considered it.
Thank you.
What time again?
I generally leave about between quarter and 20 after.
Quarter and 20 after.
Yeah.
Quarter and 20 after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ellie. Greatly appreciate you. We'll share this screen.
Well, no one wants to talk to us, so there's that.
There's that. He says, there's that.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
That was my daughter.
We proved that, but there's nobody wants to talk to us. So
okay, so this is the website Ellie sent me. Eight things you need to know. Oh, that's a little better. Per page fees. Records custodians can no longer charge a per page fee for records provided in a digital format such as PDFs. And I would say something else, but you know, there's other forms there. Google Drive. How about Google Drive? Does that count? I'd like to get some videos and stuff through Google Drive. That would be awesome. The Colorado Freedom of Information Coalition has long maintained that the maximum 25 cents per page fee authorized in CORA is for standard page paper copies, not the creation of PDFs. Still, some government entities have insisted on charging 25 cents per page plus hourly research and retrieval fees for digital copies. Research and retrieval fees, despite efforts by CFOIC and the Colorado Press Association to get lawmakers to address the often high cost of obtaining public records in Colorado, Senate Bill 23-286 does not affect the fees government entities are allowed to charge for processing records. Record requests. I hate that. Including the time it takes to pull and review and redact records. Currently, oh my gosh. Sorry, my computer's lagging. Cora currently lets record custodians charge up to $33.58. $33.58. Nuh-uh. That sound familiar, Donald? Sorry. $33.58 an hour after the first hour, which must be provided for free. There's your thing, John. I hope I dragged it out enough for you.
Yeah, you're fine. Trust me, I know it was there. It was just a matter of.
I was just
Well, read the next part. Keep going. No, hold on. Read the next part.
Reading the next one. No, I already made fun of
next
Donald.
part,
Okay. All right, I'll bring it back. Okay, so we'll go off where I left off. Provided for free. When the rate is multiplied by many hours, public records can get expensive and are sometimes unaffordable for journalists and the public because of inflation. The maximum research and retrieval rate could rise to $40 or more when Legislative Council recalculates it on July 1st, 2024, as the law requires. Showing ID. No longer can government entities such as Elbert County. Why would Elbert County be like singled the fuck out? What did Elbert County do?
Because they want you to show ID to get anything, you know. That's what happens. You end up named in this type of shit when you're tyrannical like that.
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. So no longer government entities such as Elbert County require Cora requesters to show a driver's license or another form of identification unless the requested records are confidential under CRS 2472-204-3.5 or available only to a person of interest.
But that's that confidential public information here that Tyra talks about, right? So that's why John needs an ID to make a request right there.
Oh.
You know.
Oh.
That explains it. It's because it's confidential public information.
Oh, well, hold on, because this provision does not affect law enforcement agencies, many requesters show a driver's license to obtain records open for inspection under the Colorado Criminal Justice Records Act. Yes, because, you know, if you're going after criminal justice records, sometimes you have to do that. There's a lot of confidential information in there, man. The CCJRA says nothing about showing ID for public records, right? Unless it's confidential, you don't really have to show any type of ID. I mean, unless it's like secure data. Like, what's secure though?
Right, and the CCJRA, that's just law enforcement. Like, it's the same but different. You know, yeah, you'll show because it's more confidential shit in there. And it's usually like pertaining to me, you know, or whatever. That's all. So, but yeah, they can't make you show no fucking ID. This bitch is crazy.
No,
she put it on her ass, dude.
Right. And basically, but it requires requesters to sign a statement affirming that they will not use criminal justice records for the direct solicitation of business or what's that word? I'm sorry. I'm pretty good at reading, but that Pecuri? What is that? Somebody tell me. Sam, I'm fucking it all up. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Pecuniary.
There you go. See, there you go. I don't know how to pronounce that. Forgive me. I don't know everything. I'm a pretty damn good reader, but I think that's the first time I've ever seen that word. Thank you, John.
No worries.
On the wrong screen. Sorry there.
It's all good. Hey, John, here's something that might interest you. Paying with a credit card?
I don't know if you should do that because again, we don't know because they claim that the security cameras were breached. But again, we don't know whether they were breached or whether or not just whether it was just the cameras that were breached or if it was the whole entire town of Aguilar.
Right.
Yeah, because that's a bunch of BS too, man. Jesus. Yeah, they went in and breached the town cameras. Who the hell has the time or want to do that? Let's be honest.
You know, I wish I had an answer to that question, but unfortunately,
oh, Ellie,
my request was cut off at the path.
I know some people that put hidden cameras around town.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, and to me, I mean, nothing for nothing, but if the camera was breached, and why hasn't it been repaired, or why haven't they figured out how it was hacked?
The same reason why the damn town meetings, the sound hasn't been repaired, dude. I mean, come on.
Well, my whole thing,
and then
thing is
the guy who does the website that we hired to do the website, that's who we just hired to do the Muni code book update. This ought to be interesting.
right. But my whole thing is all the other cameras around that building, including inside the shop, are still uncovered.
Yeah, and they're functional. So what are you trying to tell me, that the only camera that has been hacked is the one inside of the clerk's office?
Yeah.
Begs the question, doesn't it?
The same one that would seen all the what was being stuffed in those boxes carried out.
Yeah.
Right.
And again, that was one of the things that I actually.
I'll be right back.
That was one of the things that I requested too, because I requested to find out who put that over there and what authorization they had to do it. Because, I mean, nothing for nothing, and when they did it. I mean, if there was supposedly a security breach, like they
There's
claim.
only one person that authorizes shit around here.
Yeah, well, again, that calls into question when it was done. Was it done before or after Stephanie went in there and started offloading 3 boxes into her little minivan on that Saturday when town hall is closed, by the way, folks? So, you know, maybe it's just me and I could be wrong. But if she's not supposed to be there on a Saturday, why is she taking 3 boxes of items out of that building?
Right, they're in a hurry to leave on the days they're supposed to work. Why is she gonna show up on a Saturday and take all those boxes? Weird.
I wish I knew GCM. You know, again, I mean, you know, they're not answering me. They won't answer you. I don't know who they're going to answer to. I mean, we've tried calling. We don't get any response anymore. I mean, we're at the point now where they just don't even bother picking up the phone. So what are we paying these guys for? You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, and they'll be punching out here shortly, you know.
Today's Thursday, right?
Yeah, all day.
I'm just curious as to how the heck they can be punching out early on a Thursday.
They do it every day. Just saying.
That's funny.
Don't show up at 4:20 to pay your fucking water bill, bud. Just saying. Be a wasted trip. They're out of it by then.
Ellie, I wish recycling was the issue. They may be recycling my record request.
Yeah, some maybe of recycling. Yeah.
Yeah.
The damn shredder truck sure does come enough. I can say that. For such a small town. Oh shit! I got videos of fucking paperwork just strewn across their fucking floor, dude. Like it looks like Pigpen and shit. It's great.
And you know what's funny? Like this started with like just a simple request for like the code of conduct and stuff like that, right?
Simple.
And if you look at the code of conduct for the town of Aguilar, they're violating it.
No.
Yeah, nah.
No.
Maybe they're just bending it a little.
No.
And I think what's even funnier than that is the fact that the head man in charge, who's supposed to be supervising these people and supposed to be making sure that they're doing their jobs correctly, there's nowhere to be found on any of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's soft like Charmin, old butt smear there. You know, he talked a good one.
Yep. I don't know.
Saying.
It's awful funny that this is what we've come to. You know, we get to selectively pick and choose who we're going to answer to, what we're going to answer to, when. You know, you got a gentleman that is supposed to be working for the town as an attorney to keep them out of trouble, who, according to what we're being told by Sarah, Tyra, and Stephanie, is informing them that they don't have to answer our requests. They have no duty to answer our requests, and that we have to fill out a form.
And you got to be a real person and show ID.
Yeah, and we've clearly just shown them the law that specifically states that none of that is true, but yet they want to deny it.
Right. Without denying it. We'll just ignore it.
Yeah. You know, and the funny thing is, and I've heard this too, and I want to put this one to rest too, because I've heard this thrown out here. I've heard it thrown out before with other people that have reached out to me about making requests in this area. And what I've been told is that reportedly they're not opening the emails. So you have to call to make sure the emails are there, right? And that they won't start the clock until they open the email. That's not true. As long as you have a copy of the email you sent and the day you sent it, that's when it starts, when you make the initial request. They can't turn around and sit back on their heels, right? And go, hey, we didn't know we got the email. We didn't open it. So the clock doesn't start until we open the email. That's not the way the law works. When you make the request, that's when the clock starts. So I and again, I'm not an attorney, right? But it sure seems to me that when you're going to turn around and you're going to try and play games like that, where you're going to try and find a workaround, there's no workaround. Once I send that email in, you have 3 days to respond. If you don't respond to me in 3 days, right, and 7 days comes up and you haven't responded in the 7 days, you're in violation of CORA. Simple as that. You know, now granted, there are steps you have to go from there, but again, you're still in violation. You can't turn around and go, that would be like saying, I send an email, right, for a record request, and they decide they don't want to open it for 2 months. And then 2 months down the road, they open the email. You're trying to tell me that the clock starts 2 months down the road? They're in violation of CORA. I don't care when they open it. You know what I mean? That's just ridiculous. That's the most absurd thing I've ever heard. And if this is the legal advice that they're getting, wow. That's all I can say is wow.
Well, you hear on his voicemail, his scope is narrow.
Well, I again, I don't understand. I mean, I've never, I can't say I never, because again, I have my own issues around here, but I don't think that I've seen a place so blatantly, literally just say straight up, you're not getting anything, and then turn around and say, I'll have it to you today, and still never send it out. You know what I mean? I just,
oh, well, she's busy and she don't have enough staff and stuff, so 7 to 10 days,
well,
and then that never comes either, huh?
And here's the problem with that. Okay, first of all, she has to give you a reason for the extension, right? She's supposed to be able to give you say, hey, okay, well, I need an extension because of this, and this, right? You're not even getting that. You're just being told straight up, well, I need 10 days. Because originally, if you remember the call we made on the 21st, she told me she needed 10 days. And when I corrected her and said, well, you're supposed to be answering me within 3, the most you get is 7, right? And we quoted the law to her. That's when she started to back off of it. And that's when she finally said, well, you'll have it today. Well, okay. Well, today's come and gone. So again, and
Right.
at the end of the day, I mean, at the end of the day, these are the things that can open the town up to litigation that realistically could be avoided. You know what I mean?
Allie's comment here, you came in after Vern was done talking about that, but yeah, he just paid 170. So, and they made him pay down first before receiving and reviewing, like he's some kind of fucking criminal or something. So yeah.
And here's the funny part too. And Ellie, you'll get a kick out of this one. Everything he requested, they just threw pages of crap at him that had nothing to do with anything. Really.
Wasn't even on the subject that I was asking for.
Yeah. There you go, out of the horse's mouth. He got 2 items that
$170, and they fucking made him pay in advance of them doing any research.
And what I did get was altered.
He's got the documentation too of where they told him this shit, Ellie. You can't make this shit up.
And if I remember correctly, Vern, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, they were going to charge you, the 170 was to put down. They were going to charge you more than the 170. And
Yes.
there was conversations with the town attorney where he said, well, I will make sure that it doesn't go over the $170.
Yes, exactly. They had an open end on it. It's as they gave me the 170 as a starting point that I had to put up front. But the way they worded it is they could charge whatever they wanted and keep the 170 if I didn't pay the additional fees.
Well,
and that's another. You can't make this up. I have emails on it. It's Aguilar.
But I think we've already been through this today. I think maybe, I don't know. But again, usually you're given an estimate. The estimate is to, how much time it would take, how much, what they have to produce, what have you. And usually you can either whittle down your request and stuff like that. And again, that's kind of, I thought we had talked about that earlier, but, this is the game. And, at the end of the day, that's just ridiculous to me. I mean, that's just my take on it. And again, the fact that their fee schedule that they have on their site, that they're requiring people to no longer be able to be anonymous. And the whole point of the law for people to do it anonymously was so that they didn't have to suffer the retaliation of government workers. Because what if you were, for the sake of argument, what if you were requesting something that had to do with a cop, right? A cop in the town. If the, I mean, this town doesn't have one anymore. But if you were trying to request something for the sake of argument, our buddy Adam, and you wanted to request a district.
On Tinder looking for a new one, I heard though.
You know what I mean? But again, what if you were, and then now he's got your name, your address, and your phone number. So retaliation is easy for him, right? So again, that's the whole point of being anonymous, so that you don't have these entities retaliating against you. But
and this town will definitely retaliate. There's plenty of video of that.
Well, I don't know if you're here for it, Vern, but we read the law that specifically stated that you didn't have to supply any of that. You can
I was here. I listened to it.
Yeah, you can do verbal, you can do it email, you can do it. You could write it on a piece of toilet paper if you really wanted to.
That's about as much good as it does.
Again, these are the ways that you can do it. You can do it in person, whatever. And you. But at the end of the day, this is they're trying to require shit that they can't require.
And what I'm hearing out of all this, even going to a district judge, is going to do no good.
Ellie, Vern gave them all a real nice Christmas bonus last year too, $500 each. This year only 170 because they recalled him.
Vern, why do you say going to a district judge?
Well, it seems like here now that there's really nothing that you could do on this.
What do you mean? Why do you say you just made a statement that going to a district judge would do no good? Why?
I've been listening to what you guys have been saying, and it appears like there's really no retaliation against them because there's no penalty.
No. I think you
misunderstand it.
I think you misunderstood what we were saying. We were saying that would be, I believe, that would be your next step. I mean, if you're not, if they're not in compliance with the law, I mean, that would be the next logical step.
And I'm to this point. It's over the last year and a half. They've got me out of $2,500 on attorney fees for an actual court thing, another $1,500 for consultation, $170 for core request fees that they didn't fill, and $228 on a recount fee that they denied me a right to a watcher. The count should not have happened.
Well, like I've said to you before, I'm not an attorney. I would probably seek out an attorney and a civil attorney and talk with them and see where they would go with something like that. Because again, these are things that you would probably want to discuss with them.
And you would. The problem is actually getting a civil attorney ready. Wanting to listen to you is they just won't. Man, even the ACLU, no one is listening. And we've done emails from everyone from the senators, representatives, governor, all the way down to the old dog catcher here.
Well, the old dog catcher.
Well, actually, he was the dog catcher. It's Lieutenant Phil Martin.
Zone code enforcement, right? That's that job that you people's applying for.
And
Vern, did you hear?
I have went to the district attorney.
Vern, did you hear? They still have the code enforcement and building inspector job open. I'm going to apply. It's still
Well,
on the
I
website.
got a degree in engineering. They should give the job to me.
No. I'm uneducated in building, so they should hire me because I have more certification than you do.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even come with a prison record, so.
Vote for Burns.
I hear they're up to 22 an hour now, guys.
Hey, don't worry, folks. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna hire Trujillo.
If you are
Oh,
not
that was
receiving
bad. That was bad.
a FOIA request, complain here. No, that's on my page. So let's do this. I'm gonna copy the link, and then I'm gonna go put it on Good Citizens page. Ha 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 ha.
Well then,
that's how it's done. If my computer will stop lagging like hell. Oh my gosh.
You see what she posted there, Vern?
I'm gonna be hopping off, guys.
Yeah.
You people got this. I'll catch you guys later.
Have a good night.
We'll see you. Good citizen.
Oh, he's
Catch up
leaving.
with you.
What happened?
Is Vern still with us?
I guess I need to turn the mic back on, huh? The Attorney
Oh,
General's
yeah,
been
you do.
contacted.
Yeah.
And the COAG, is all we get is a form letter excuse that really means nothing.
What the hell is that?
Man, what are you doing? A lowrider song or what?
Right?
I'm trying to turn that damn phone off. Yeah, we've been to the district attorney, we've been to the attorney general several times. We've been to Gina Griswold, the Secretary of State. We've been, governors, representatives, Ty Winter. We've been through the whole list and really all the way down to the actual dog catcher. He's now Lieutenant Phil Martin of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office, who started as our dog catcher. So it's not that we've missed anyone in this thing. There's another one that you go to if you type in IEC. It's the Independent Ethics Commission, who is supposed to do things on this. And it's all form letters that we get back.
Yeah, good luck with Phil.
Good luck with Phil. Nothing can be done.
What do you mean good luck with Phil? Phil's a nice guy.
Phil's a nice guy. Give him a shot, Sam. Phil's a nice guy.
Yeah. Buy him an ice cream. He'll be your best.
Sam, tell John about Phil. Tell John about Phil.
Which Phil? Phil Weiser or Dorenkamp?
Well, I
Or
mean,
Martin.
God, that's a big book on both ends.
Yeah, well, I was on the phone with the other one today. So Dorenkamp, he's a winner, man.
Oh, he's got nothing to do with us. He's got nothing to do with Aguilar. He's got nothing to do with that. We already called him the other day. That's the one person that would talk to us, and he ain't got nothing to do with it.
He don't know what he's doing himself, man.
Right? Yeah, we talked to him last week, but this is Phil Weiser here. It's the Colorado Attorney General. File a complaint. Credit, debit. Oh, wow.
And
Got a
being a
lot.
statutory town, he's real quick to refer you to one of his attorneys there in his office who will send you a form letter saying that they can do nothing with the statutory town.
See, that's the problem, John. That's the problem that Sam and Vern have been having over here, John.
Yeah, they got the same runaround that we got from the other day, which was, well, I don't know what authority I have here.
Right. They don't know. They don't know, John. They don't know nothing about this authority.
Well, if they don't know anything about the authority that they have, maybe they shouldn't have the authority.
Right?
Hey, is Sam coming back up?
I don't know. I just saw, there he goes. He's coming back.
Okay, yeah, he said he got booted.
Oh, robot and hard.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Problems with internet, Sam?
Yeah, I
Whoa. Yeah. You're not coming out very well. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I can't understand you. It's just sounding like garble to me right now, Sam. Like, I don't know what's going on with your audio, but very robotish. Right, Ellie? Robotish. But that's okay. That's okay. Because it's okay. I think this is where I'm going to end it. I've got to get off here anyways. I got to go do some grocery shopping, and it's been almost 3 hours anyways. Sam, thank you for coming up. John, definitely thank you for coming up. Vern, definitely thank you for coming up. Sam, again, definitely thank you for coming up. Ellie, always great to see you. Much love. Long time no see over here. Who else did we have? We had lots of people. We had Gail. We had John Tracy. We had Kinetic. We had Gray Dude. We had definitely had the Gray Dude over in here. We had Darlene McGee. Just so many people in here. Carl, Kay Stevenson. Sorry, I keep doing that. Slow Burner was in here. Just lots of people were in here. Lots of people. Gotta love it. I am definitely going to end it out here, though. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I am going to end with one song, and then we are out of here. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we will catch you soon.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
Take care.
Old school effects out here. Yo, I'm an addict, addicted to being savage. My life is a little graphic, like HBO making magic. I'm rapping to make that passive money coming from traffic. Doing mental gymnastics, I'm fluid and problematic. You losing if you come at me the wrong way. I've come a long way from sipping on Bombay. It's 1942 now, in this loud mouth, sipping hard in the back of a booth, sold out. I can never get enough. Success is like a drug. The money come in, but then I want more stuff. So I gotta work hard, play harder, gotta work smarter. Time is money, yeah. Money is harder, so I'm not giving up. No, I'm not giving in. I was born in this world, I swear, to make a difference. If you need a mentor, I got something for you, kid. Just watch the way I move and try your best to copy it. Like a CEO, I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every.
All right, are the haters gone yet? I saw a couple drop. Maybe they think these shows ended. Nah, it's really ended. Goodbye, everybody. I love you.
Day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I run it like a CEO. I move like an athlete pro. I party like a rock star show. I live every day like my last, never know. I like life, it gives you a chance for greatness. And you can waste it, or you can take it. Take control of your fate and chase it. I've been running towards dreams since I was just a kid. I've been held down, held back, hated. I've been pissed off, mad, frustrated. I've been loved, admired, and finally made it to the other side where I realized something sacred. It's not about what anyone else thinks of me. It's all about how I live, what's my legacy? Am I happy? Did I give fucking everything, or did I hold back, scared of all the uncertainty? I think differently, that's why I'm different, see? That's what happens when you take control of destiny. I have dignity, my pride it lives in me, and now it's time to teach others how to win with me. CEO, I move like an athlete pro.